Hello and welcome back to the first video voted for by you. Not much of a surprise because it is a bit of a classic. We're going to be looking at Yellow Ledbetter. Okay, so I am going to be using a Telecaster which has a Nashville style pickup configuration, I think it's called. Essentially Strat sounding. There's a little bit of debate around where the pickup selector should be. Now, when I listened to the tune, I always thought it was the fourth pickup selector. Sounds pretty close, but on loads of videos, it looks like Mike's playing it in first position, which sounds bit of a sort of trebly mess for that, really. So, Rich, hi Rich, who plays bass in the Pearl Jam tribute I play in, said no, it's played in the second position, very distinctive pickup sound. And I thought, is it? First I've heard of it. I've never used that pickup position, to be honest, but you know, Mike does like to get the most out of his guitars. So that is what we're going to use. Sounds like this. Pretty close. So, in terms of tone, it's just a clean sound with some reverb. He does use, I can hear delay on the album version, and then live he does goose his amp a little bit with an overdrive pedal, or I think maybe like an EP booster or something like that, just to push it into that dirt territory. But anyway, let's crack on with the lesson. Okay, so let me run through the intro riff first, and then you can see how it sounds, and I will break it down into little chunks after that. Okay, so that's the first bit. Let me break that down into sections for you. So we'll start with the first riff, which is open E. Let that ring out. Then you're going to do this hammer on with this double stop. If you've got huge hands, you might be able to play with your thumb over the top. Mike does do that when he goes to the B and the A chords, but you want to drop your thumb down a little bit so you can make sure you keep both notes ringing out. This next fill is a triplet, so it goes again, double stop, those two strings together, and then easiest way to do this is to break it down into really small chunks and just learn them and play them over and over again until you can do them, in my opinion. Okay? Next chord. But he slides up to this, if you want to play it exactly like the album anyway. Okay, so let's play this riff slowly. Sliding up to the 7th fret with your thumb, and then you're going to be preparing to make this major chord shape with the rest of your 3 fingers here. Okay, so he does play the octave there, and then he really ups the attack for that bit, and then goes back down again for the next bar. So, moving back to the second bar, we go. And that, when I'm hitting the A note on the E string, that's the first beat of the next bar. So he actually moves the chord shape down before the first beat of that bar. Let's do that slowly. And you really it is very, very dynamic, the intro to this. Loads of feel in it. Okay, so anyway, third riff then is, so you're moving the chord shape that you had up here for the, drop that down 2 frets, and then with a downward stroke you go, and then for the first beat of the next bar, you simultaneously pull off your little pinky and hit the A note on the E string, yeah, where your thumb is located. Yeah, hear that? So just pull down as hard as you can with the little pinky. And then you're into the next bit, which is a little note on that as well. He basically just does a hammer-on and a pull-off. To go from an A sus4, I think it is, and back. But it's important that you do the hammer-on and the pull-off without picking in between, because when he does that, he pulls down so hard that he actually hits the B string again, causing that to ring out. So you'll hear it if you listen really, really carefully, and it sounds like this. You might be able to just hear that ringing out. And then another, and those are triplets also. So that again. And then you're into that last bit. And then you're back to the E with this fill. That again, double stops, sliding from the 12th fret to the 14th fret. And then it's the 14th and the 11th fret on the B and the G string. Okay, so that is the first riff. Right, the second riff is slightly different, and he plays it like this. Okay, so that's the first half. That's pretty much the same as the first time round. Then there's this very quick hammer-on with the, again, it's a double stop. And then you're hammering on from the 9th to the 11th. Then down to the B chord. That's simple enough. It's then this time he goes to the third chord on the first beat of that measure, and that third measure goes like this. Then you're into the drums and singing and stuff. So that one again slowly is. And again, when he does that last, he's pulling his finger down quickly and then just stroking the E string. You leave those, the 5th fret ringing out, on the E and the B string while you play the open E. So again, that last little chunk is... And then the last bit is a slide from the 12th fret, double stop again, and then slide down on about the 19th, I think. And then you're into the main bit. So, that's it for the verses. There are some little fills, and I'll do a few of those. So, I think the first time round when he goes back to the... then he does a couple of natural harmonics. Just on the 12th fret. Then he also does... So that is... You hear it right in the background. I'm not sure if that's absolutely bang on, but that's what I hear. This is one of my favourite riffs. He sometimes plays this live in the intro, which you may have seen him do. And that goes like this. So slowly, it's just the root note with that hammer on the rest of the chord. Then you change position, so you can play that note again, the B note again, on the D string, and then you immediately can put your second and third fingers on the G and E string, and then you slide that up. So it's... doesn't matter if the B string rings out there particularly, but generally the angle of your fingers there will kind of mute that for you naturally anyway, so it's... Awesome stuff. Then for the A, does the same thing. Which is nice. And I think he also plays in there somewhere as well, so that's just... Chorus gets a lot more rhythmic, so it sounds like this. Okay, so again, it's really loose. I've been really careful to make sure you get exactly the notes in the the intro section. I'll do the same for the outro section, but during the chorus and the verses, it's pretty much all over the shop. So you can just noodle around there, really. Okay, solo section. Alright, that slowly is... Okay, then this run down. And then there's this really nice slow bend. Okay, so you pre-bend the 12th fret on the B string, and then pluck it, and and release. So it goes. And then there's some whammy. More whammy. Okay, so that again is. Change the position there. And there's this other cool riff. Let's listen to that run again. 2, 3, 4, 1. And that little run at the end is a bit. It's more triplets, but let's play that slowly. So it's. Again, both bends are full bend, so that's up a tone. So that's another triplet. Okay, that's a 1.5 bend. Awesome. Okay, so that next section is. Okay, so that last section at the end of the solo is. And then you're back into the verse. So that last little bit again, after the bend. Okay, easy enough, just hammer-ons and pull-offs. Alright, back into Okay, so in my excitement to get this video done, I completely missed out some bits. So here I am in the dark with some new lights, which I'm testing out to show you the bits that I missed. So sorry for that. It's not much though. Okay, so the bit I missed out goes like this. And there's another riff at the end which goes like this. Then you're into the outro section. I'll go through that bit quickly. It's first time round to the B. Then the second time round you hear this extra string played. To the A. So same thing round again. the B, and then next time it's going to go to the A again. Okay, so outro section. And that section again is same as the beginning. Slight difference here in this bit. Okay, so sorry, that last one is. Okay, so it's quite quick. As before. Another couple of little bits that he plays at the end. And then he also plays a. Okay, so I could spend ages going over the minutiae of that track, but hopefully that's enough to keep you going. If there's enough of a demand for it, then I'll also show you how he plays it live. But as I say, his tone there changes just because he probably hits a bit of a boost, which going into a tube amp is going to push it into overdrive a little bit. Okay, so anyway, enough from me, and more voting to happen soon, so you can get to decide what you see. Cheers, and thanks for watching. Bye!